3rd through 8th grade. So that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, the contract, if you haven't completed one yet, Vicki will be getting with you, because I do need a contract completed by everyone, and it requires your building administrator's signature. So obviously you can't get that today, but I need you to take this with you, and by next Monday, try to find your building principal and get a signature on there. And have them sign it, bring it back to me during the Summer Institute sometime. But I want to go over the stipend amounts, and just so that we're clear on that, just so that I know that I went over it with you, because I'm supposed to. Today, you'll receive $125. That's worded wrong. You will not receive it today. For today, I think we only were able to do that one time in this whole program. You got a check as you walked out the door. That was a very unusual circumstance that that was even possible. But for today's time you're giving, you will receive $125. Now tell me if, well, it doesn't really matter if you disagree with me because of the timing of Osage's board meeting. They have a board meeting on August 6th. So you couldn't possibly be paid for this training today until the board approves all of your little forms at their August 6th board meeting. Well, that is right after our Summer Institute. So your Summer Institute check will be combined with today's. Okay? So don't think next week you're going to get a check for today's. It's just not going to happen. It'll happen after Osage Hills. It's not August 6th, August 5th. They have their board meetings on Mondays. So after their August 5th board meeting, you'll receive it. So $125 for today that'll be paid after August 5th, and it'll be fairly quickly after August 5th. And then for the 2-week Summer Institute, you get $1,250, $125 per day. Those of you that participated last year, and those of you who are new and received a contract in red on the first page, this bold print, you will understand this. In the bold print on your contract, it says, due to the huge financial obligation that Project Connect requires of Osage Hills Public School, the Summer Institute costs, this year I estimate it's like $85,000. Last year it was $97,000, so they have to front $85,000 for us to get through the Summer Institute. And due to that huge obligation, the $1,250 stipend for attending 100% of the Summer Institute will be paid in 2 installments. We don't like doing this. Ms. O'Daniel, Superintendent of Osage Schools, hates doing this because you have earned that $1,250. However, her school is at the mercy of the State Department to reimburse that $85,000. And although they're in really good shape this time of year with any school, they don't collect any tax. They collect a little tiny bit of tax payments from the county ad valorem through December. Everyone knows you get your property tax bill in December and it's due by the end of the month. So schools get a huge check in January after people have either paid half their taxes in December or 100%. So they get a huge amount in January, February, March when the other half is due, April. But schools have it really hard August through December. And those keeping track of the money see their fund balance every month going down, down, down. The State Department, the 5 years I've been in charge of this, 4 years that we've actually collected, they have not paid or reimbursed each school for the Summer Institute expenses until December. So the schools have to carry that nearly $100,000 out of their own local money until December to get reimbursed. Every single year, I've been promised it will happen by September or October. It never has. 1 year it wouldn't have happened in December if it wasn't for Chris, because Chris intervened and used her husband to help us. And it helped tremendously, because if that had not happened, we wouldn't have had it until January or February that year. And that school, it was a different school, but that school possibly would have had to go into non-payable warrants to pay their teachers monthly paychecks. The school should not have to do that because they have been awarded one of these grants. But that's what happens. So we are going to wait. The State Department is doing a tremendous job right now reimbursing all the grants. This year has been great. It's been like a brand new year. We've been getting reimbursements here at the co-op every single month. That has never happened in one fiscal year. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. When we file this claim for this $85,000 at the end of August, I'm really hoping Osage Hills will have that check in September. If so, you'll get the other $625 in September. That's my hope. But know in August, you will get 625 plus the 125 for today, so you'll get $750 in August for your 2-week Summer Institute and the orientation. Then hopefully, the end of September or early October, you'll get the other $625 for the other half of your Summer Institute. Also, you will have a follow-up. The grant has 4 follow-up trainings that are required. One, September 1st through the 30th, is an online. Those of you that participated last year going, we tried really hard to change it, but we had already written it in the proposal. You have to realize too, these proposals are written a year in advance from the time we actually implement them. And sometimes, I'm just a little brain dead, by the time when we finish the Summer Institute, we start the brand new proposal. And I'm burnt out, honestly, on MSP stuff by the end of the Summer Institute. So when we start writing that, I'm not always really thinking. And so we had already written in online follow-ups before we had actually done the online follow-ups for the current grant. So I didn't know how the teachers were going to like the online when we wrote them again. Well, you guys hated them. And I understand when we started doing them, they were kind of difficult, totally different than what we've done before. And so I totally get it, but you're going to get to do it again. But the professors have read all the comments. They understand the issues that you had, so hopefully it will be completely different this time. But September 1st through the 30th is the online math. Dr. Parrott's going to go first this time. We're going to flip it. So Dr. Parrott will design an online learning experience for you that you'll have an entire month to complete. So on September 30th, she'll email me a list and say, these participants completed the activities that I assigned them. And at that point, then I'll have you fax me your payment form. So you'll have to go online, download the payment form, fill it out and fax it to me, and I'll submit those, and you'll get your September online check.